It's the Sunday Morning Brew with Maddie and Elle.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yo, we outside.
Let's freaking go.
I wanted to be outside this morning. It's
This morning
gorgeous.
too.
Oh my God.
For once, so.
Well, when I say it's gorgeous, I say it is. Let me see. It is 53 and sunny. Yep.
That's too cold to be outside.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
It's fantastic.
Maddie, do you remember when we started the show and we're like, we're going to make our coffee together on air every day? And then we realized that 10 p.m. is way too late to be making our first cup of coffee.
Yeah, 1000%. Except today where I shot out of bed at 9:45 because your girl is so tired. So tired.
Ugh.
I had the game bread fight week was so much fun. We had such a good time. Dave absolutely crushed it. It was honestly the Dave Van Auken show, and I'm just so happy for him because he absolutely deserved it. And like that man, I mean, that man works so friggin' hard, and it's really nice to see when friends get, when it pays off for people,
I can't wait to go back and watch it. So my whole weekend, I was at a church conference. It's called Freedom.
Oh, very nice.
I was at a church conference like all weekend, so I didn't watch the fights Friday night. I got home in time to watch the fights on Saturday, but I missed Game Bread, so I got to go back and watch it so I can hear Dave's lovely voice on the broadcast with Brendan Schaub.
I know he crushed it, and just like the week leading up to it, like we got a chance to kind of hang out with Brendan and really get to know him. And, he's a very polarizing guy. I understand that. A lot of people are like, oh, screw this guy. He's a very nice person, like very down to earth, family man. I think he's got a little bit of social anxiety. He doesn't really like to be around people. And I kind of vibe with that. So that's cool. But yeah,
I remember. Do you remember he flew? I think it was Weems, Joshua Weems' family in because the guy took a fight on crazy short notice, couldn't afford to fly his family out, and Brendan Schaub flew his family in. And I remember every media outlet was freaking out, trying to in Brendan Schaub, us included, it was such a great story. In Brendan Schaub's face, wanting to get a statement, he was just like, "Guys, I didn't do it." He was kind of upset.
Yeah,
he's like, "That's not why I did it. I did not want it."
Right.
I think he's a genuinely good person.
Yeah, and so it was really cool to kind of get to know him on a personal level. And then he was just showering Dave with compliments, and I was like, "This is awesome!" It was just such a good moment. But yeah, the fight night was really good. A lot of great matchups. The main event was such a buzzkill. It ended in a no contest in the first round. So the title is still on it's still vacant, and it's just
a bummer.
It's a whole thing. But definitely go back and watch Game Bread. It's free on YouTube. So while everybody was worried about Netflix fucking up because of the Tyson fight and Jake Paul fight, you could have gone over and watched Game Bread. So watch it now. Do we even touch upon Mike Tyson?
We can briefly. Sean's just going off in the comments, and I don't want to leave him hanging while you're doing what you're doing. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for being here.
Hell yeah.
So I want to respond to this comment because I actually have a matchup on my board.
Yes.
Matchup board. I want to see Roofy. It doesn't make any sense, guys. It's just the fight I want to see.
Yeah, these are just great fights.
Jalen Turner, because neither of those guys are going to shoot. It's going to be an incredible striking match. They both make such incredible reads. They have amazing range control, super powerful strikes. I would love to see that fight happen.
I was really impressed with Roofy.
Grant's done way too much to be fighting a guy who has 2 UFC fights.
Absolutely not.
And yes,
I was really impressed with Roofy.
Sorry, carry on.
No, you're good. Mora looks like a Brazilian Ronda Rousey.
Identical.
Wow. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. Now I gotta look her up.
You gotta go look her up.
Mora. Eduardo Mora.
Veronica Hardy last night.
Wait, her nickname is Ronda?
Yeah. And I can see it.
She really shit.
Ronda.
That's crazy. That's really funny. Wow. Oh, we got somebody who watched Game Bread. Love that. What about Maurice Green did win. Honestly, his opponent Chase Sherman looked awful. Like we loved Chase, and
this wasn't his night.
It wasn't his night. I don't know what happened or what. But he was pretty flat and just Maurice kind of just did whatever he wanted to do. Maurice was very tired as well. But that's it was a good fight. But last night, how would you grade the card? So
for a pay-per-view, and compared to the rest of the pay-per-views from the year, this one was pretty lame.
Yeah, like for
it was not the best
for a pay-per-view event, John Jones event, Michael Chandler's return. I was like, okay, could be really good, and then I'm like, I'm gonna give it a B.
It was pretty boring. Obviously, the roofie fight was great.
Yes,
and I'm a grappler. I love good grappling exchanges. I love a fight with lots of wrestling, but the Charles Chandler fight was not the best.
Oh God, that was so
and not hating
frustrating.
By the way, I'm sorry, but Mr. No Nonsense was all freaking nonsense.
Wait, who?
Keith Peterson. Michael Chandler was like,
yeah,
such clear shots to the back of the head.
I know. DC was like, what is he doing?
Second cage grab. He's like crawling back up, put his whole ass arm over the top of the cage.
I know. What? That was so weird. But I would love to hear. I know it was like boring for the average viewer and like for most people, but Michael Chandler had really great defense, right? I mean, he was able to nullify a lot of that shit.
I mean, not really.
Really? Okay. No, I want to hear. This is me. Like, you know me, I'm the striker. So I'm like,
I mean, yes, he has great defense. He was very difficult to finish. I agree. However, like I know he gave up. He tried to get up a couple times and got his back taken and spent pretty much the rest of the round with Charles on his back, which I understand. Moving to like you still have to do something. Like your adjustment for not getting your back taken should not be I'm just going to stop trying to get up.
Yeah,
like that's not good defense in my opinion. Like,
but then
Charles is a phenomenal grappler, and there's a lot of danger getting your back taken by Charles. But
I think he was just way worried about that.
Christian, my husband literally said this morning. He's like, Keith Peterson had to have money on
Oh my God.
So bad. It was so bad. Especially for a ref as seasoned as Keith Peterson. Like it was so weird.
Yeah.
So weird. But I gotta be honest, the prelims honestly delivered the card for me.
Mm-hmm. They were great.
Were significantly better than the main card, in my opinion.
I'm a huge Marcus McGee fan. I think his striking is unreal. He's got to work on his leg kick defense, but that's fine. And who does he fight next? That's a great question.
Let's see. Jonathan Martinez was number 13. So
what?
Okay,
there we go.
On his leg kick defense too. Like, I mean, you're talking about Jonathan Martinez. Nobody else in the division kicks the leg
fast
like Jonathan Martinez.
So fast. They come from weird angles.
Everybody like that. He kicked Jose Aldo like that. You know, when that fight, but he kicks everybody like that. But Marcus McGee has a very awkward style. He's a really difficult guy to fight. And he's fun. It was a really fun fight. The prelims were good. Like,
they were fun.
Really good.
They were fun for sure.
Look up the bantamweight rankings real quick.
Then I want to see UFC.
You probably want him to fight up. Let's see. So he'll be 13. Ooh. I mean, Jose Aldo and Kyler Phillips are right there.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Batista is 10, but I think he's booked already.
This is for
Marcus McGee.
Rob Font could be a decent one.
He's too high, I think. Well, he's number 9. That's a pretty big jump. And Rob Font just had a really good performance against Kyler Phillips.
That's fair. Fair.
I mean, you could. There's just so many fun fights to make for Rob Font right around number 9 too. Song Yadong.
Yeah.
Cejudo, Cheeto. Like, I don't know. That's a good.
Yeah.
I might say because I kind of want. I would kind of want him with another striker.
Oh, for sure.
I would say Aldo or Kyler Phillips.
Yeah. I'm here.
Which
for
honestly,
that.
most of the division right now is strikers.
I know. It's just like, holy
Very
shit. Wait a
few
second. Boom, boom, boom,
grapplers
boom.
Besides Marab and Umar. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's really none. Like, there's some well-rounded guys like Corey, but I agree he would kill Phillips, especially the way Phillips fought Rob Font. I don't hate him fighting Mario Batista.
Mm-hmm. I'm here for that.
I don't hate that. Okay. I'm sorry. We did not talk about, I'm sorry. I'm all over the place today.
That's fine. We both are. I love it.
We didn't talk about Michael Chandler's post-fight interview.
Yeah. Does he not realize that the squirrel died?
Dude,
it's really sad. So, okay, for me, like pop culture princess, I'm like totally behind on this squirrel debacle here. What's the squirrel's name again? Peanut, right?
Peanut.
So the government failed Peanut. They failed him.
They failed Peanut.
It's not cool. What do you know about Peanut?
So I know that apparently, I don't know if this part is true, but apparently a woman who was upset about this guy having a bunch of followers and not having a license to own.
That's right. Okay, here we go. I got it here.
Exotic pets,
so
which is required in New York. She called the po-po on him, and New York, who has an ungodly amount of homeless people and people that they could be feeding with their state money and putting into some of their horrendous school districts, they decided to use their money to raid this guy's house.
And so, okay, so here's what went down apparently. The New York State officials confiscated Peanut, found that he was rabies free after it was euthanized in order to be tested for the disease.
Euthanized the raccoon too.
Yep, they seized Fred the raccoon. Oh my god. Yeah, so it receives complaints that the wildlife was kept illegally. But have you seen? Okay, so
We're gonna kill him. We're gonna kill them because this guy who clearly loves his pets doesn't have a license. There was a pending license for the squirrel too.
Oh, that breaks my heart. So he was like trying to do it right. Michael Chandler is for the people and for the squirrels. Like, how can you not love this guy?
Did he bring up the squirrel too? I was talking about him calling out Connor again for the 900th.
Oh, no. He 100% started his post fight by saying justice for Peanut the squirrel. They should have used the money for other things, like what you said. Yeah, justice for Peanut. He's for the people.
R.I.P. to Peanut. We missed so many comments talking about Peanut. I'm sorry, guys. We'll go back again.
Yeah, he called out Connor again. So dumb. Dumb.
Okay, listen. Here's my Michael Chandler rant. Yes, his losses are to good people. However, his wins, he beat Dan Hooker before Dan Hooker was Dan Hooker. And he beat Tony Ferguson after Tony Ferguson was Tony Ferguson. Like, Dan Hooker was not as good as he is now when he fought Michael Chandler. He has made hella improvements.
Yeah, his evolution is crazy.
Hooker that just beat Mateusz Gamrot would smash Michael Chandler, in my opinion. So I think that's the only fight that makes sense is Chandler versus Hooker too. Nobody wants to see Chandler fight anybody else. I don't think he beats anybody else in the top 15, to be completely honest. The guy is 2-4 in the UFC. His losses are good. Dustin, Charles, Gaethje.
He was kind of driving me nuts though. Like I understand he's known. He's Iron Mike. Like he throws bombs and he, makes things exciting but the striking was so frustrating. Like, I understand that Charles is hard to get in on. And like the key to victory was probably, trying to get inside, get some boxing done and get out. But he's throwing these ridiculous bombs from downtown, literally almost putting himself on his ass like a couple times. And I'm like, what are we watching here? Like, the last round was phenomenal. Like, it was the best. Like, you could tell that Chandler is a WWE fan. Like, fucking
He's an athlete. Like, he's a superb athlete. I just I don't know if he's past his prime. I don't know if he got into the UFC too late. Kudos. Shout out to Sean over here pulling them out of the freaking archives here. Will Brooks is an incredibly underrated fighter, by the way. If anybody does not know Will Brooks, he is insanely good. Chandler versus Will Brooks 3.
Oh my God. Get out of here. Get out of here.
But yeah, no, it's just it's such a
it's frustrating.
It's frustrating. I don't think Michael Chandler is relevant anymore. After going 2-4 in the UFC, this dude does not belong. What is he? Number 7?
Let's see. It's just, I really, I love Charles Oliveira. I just really wanted this moment for Michael Chandler, knowing how long he's fucking been waiting to fight, and finally got the moment, but damn.
No, it was lackluster. I don't disagree with you. And Chandler was cheating a bunch. But Christian, you're not wrong. I'm just saying that, to me, that's the only fight that I think they can sell for Chandler. And I don't think he can beat anybody below him in the top 15. Like, maybe outside of the rankings, but you shouldn't be. And I understand he's not losing to anybody below number 7. But, well, besides Tony, who's not even like ranked now, but or he didn't lose to him, but he's not fighting anybody that's ranked, below number 7. But it's just, he's 2-4 in the UFC. And he's in the top 10. So it's like,
it's unheard of.
You can't give him somebody unranked. Honestly, Michael Chandler at this point it makes sense for him to fight Jim Miller. That's how rough these.
I'm so glad you brought up Jim Miller,
dude.
Because
how good is Jim
fucking Miller, dude?
Has he ever jumped for a guillotine and not gotten it? Can you think of a time that's ever happened? Because I
just love this man. He walks out. He looks like he could be your uncle, like your favorite uncle at the cookout. And then he just walks in with the confidence that he deserves, that he's earned, and then just jumps the gilly and boom, gets it done. Love it.
Best
and
walkout song.
He's 40 what? Oh yeah, great walkout song.
CCR,
so good.
How old is Jim Miller?
Let me see.
I know he's over 40. I think he's 41.
41. Maybe. 40.
Am I right?
He's 41. Yeah.
No one.
40 friggin' 1. He looked fantastic. So good. Dude, and he just keeps crushing all of these different records, and I'm like, keep going.
Set him up with Michael Chandler. Set him up with Michael Chandler. Make it happen.
I'll watch that fight all day.
I'd love for Jim Miller to get ranked in the top 10 again. That would be epic.
Could you imagine
at the age of 41-year-old? He's ranked in the lightweight division.
A 41-year-old in the top 10. Let's make it happen.
I don't think he's beaten
2025
people in the rankings, but maybe he could guillotine Michael Chandler. He could also probably get knocked out, but
I would never bet against Jim Miller
if he shot.
I'm just saying. But we did have a retirement last night. Stipe hanging up the gloves. That was the right move.
Damon Jackson put his gloves in the middle too.
Yes, I wonder why he didn't. I wonder why he didn't want to speak. Friggin' dog.
Jim Miller is a very skilled person. Sorry, we'll wait for Maddie to come back, but I'll hit some. Okay. Jim Miller is an incredibly skilled fighter. I will not knock him there. But if you're in a winnable fight, you're losing to Jim Miller, I'd be pretty upset too.
Yeah,
I'd be pretty upset too, especially he was not doing well at featherweight. And Damon Jackson is a super skilled guy too. So it's I think he's just having trouble putting it together, and he's getting older too.
Yeah.
So it's if you're losing to Jim Miller, though, you're probably not going to get back into the rankings at lightweight. That's kind of he's what's a word I'm looking for? He's a benchmark. He's a benchmark, and he didn't meet the benchmark. So it's I understand. I understand the I'm done. I'm done. They gave me a favorable matchup.
Yeah, don't make me talk about it.
And I dropped the ball, So it's dude, none of these MMA females are outboxing Katie Taylor. Not a freaking chance.
Especially Chris Cyborg.
Yeah. That's not no.
This dog is driving me nuts. Do you have anything you want to say?
Oh, Coco Bean. All of a sudden, she's quiet.
Like, I need to go back and watch that fight though because.
Oh, we lost your audio, Mads. Did Coco? I think Coco unplugged Maddie. Are you back? No.
Hello, can you hear me?
There we go.
Hello.
She's back.
It is a French bulldog, and she's the bane of my existence. No, I'm just kidding. So hold that thought. I'm gonna put her inside.
Okay. Well, while Maddie's inside, I'm gonna go back and answer some of these comments. I'm sorry, guys. We've not been good on the comments. Yeah, we missed Onama and Romero. We didn't talk about that fight.
I know we're all over the place.
We are all over the place, guys. There's no rhyme or reason to this morning. We're just going. We're going.
I love it.
So much to talk about. But David Onama, I do think Romero impressed me more than I expected. Because Romero did show out on short notice. Super tough. And I watched his last fight, and he did not look that good. Like
he looked phenomenal. So fast.
Really, really good in this fight.
Yeah. Super high level, like very fast, made a lot of great choices. Yeah.
What a chin.
Yeah.
What a freaking chin. But I do have to say, I think in that first round, I think being such a huge favorite may have gotten to David Onama a little bit because I actually used to train with him in Kansas City. Ridiculous athlete. Like, literally, he got knocked down and the dude was like trying to take the back. And I was like, yes, take the back, because you don't understand what David Onama does. Nobody can keep his back. He's so explosive, and the way he reverses people, like he's such an athlete, a superb athlete. He did not look good in that first round at all. Like even before he got clipped and got hurt, he just didn't look like himself. And I wonder if the moment, oh my gosh, I'm the biggest favorite on the card, I'm supposed to starch this guy in 30 seconds. Like, I think that gets to young guys sometimes.
Yeah.
It looked like it got to him in the moment, but he made the adjustments. He made the adjustments throughout the fight.
Yeah, 1000%. I love that. But yeah,
what were we talking about before Coco?
Stipe retiring. So happy that he's retiring
again.
But like, yeah, it was kind of tough to watch, and not to knock John Jones at all. Like he looked phenomenal. Like he looked great. For being off for so long and then coming and doing a performance like that, it was pretty impressive. But to have it be against somebody who kind of just stood there, it's like, was it a good performance, or was it the performance of Stipe that made it look so good? No,
that's a fair point. Like Stipe he just looked slow. He looked
tired.
He looked like Stipe, but he looked old.
I got worried after the first round, and his corner is telling him to breathe in and out, and he's breathing out like this. He's going, and I was like, oh my God, was he okay?
In his defense, he usually kind of sounds like that when he talks too. So
that's fair.
That might just be how he breathes.
Yeah. But what a way to end it. What a he broke ribs. 1000%. Beautiful back kick. Like
Jones is still phenomenal. Like his physique does not look great at heavyweight.
Never.
However, his skill, like he has not lost a step skill-wise, like he's still, and he's not even that old. Like he's over the 35 threshold, but the 35 threshold doesn't count for heavyweights. Like,
yeah. I mean, there was a piece of me that really thought he was going to retire with Stipe. I was like,
I did too. And I don't think he's going to fight Aspinall. Like he's been avoiding him. Did you know he walked out of an interview?
Yes, I saw that.
The guy was friends with Aspinall. Like, what a pussy. Like, you can't answer some questions. Seriously. Wearing my church shirt, calling people pussies. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Jesus.
God loves you.
But like, why? Come on.
Yeah.
Like, you just assume this guy can't be professional?
Yeah. Like, I saw the clip of him talking to the guy, and he was like, listen, I know how close you are with Tom, and I know how this interview is going to go, so I don't want to do it. Like, bro.
Come on.
Stop showing everybody that you're kind of nervous for that fight.
My favorite thing is there's a video, and John Jones like, I just don't want to fight him because he's such a like a dick. He's an And it literally cuts to all these clips of Tom Aspinall just like
being the nicest gentleman.
How good John Jones is and how much of an honor it would be to fight him. And then it cuts back to Jones and he's like, yeah, he's just a dick.
So dumb. So dumb.
And here's the thing. Jones said, I'm going to meet with Mick and Dana. And if the money's right, I'll fight Tom. So we all know what's going to happen is the money's just not going to be right. And he's going to half retire. They're going to vacate the belt. Tom's going to win the belt. And then like, if Tom Aspinall loses his belt, Jones will come back. That's my theory.
Yeah. I just don't get it. Like, as I will, like, I understand you're John Jones. I get it. You're John Jones, but you're also the champion. You don't get to say who you fight next. I fully believe that once you're champion, you do not pick and choose who you fight. Like, you guard your belt, and that's it. Whoever comes up next, you have to fight. Like, that is what a champion is all about. You don't say no. You only say yes. You guard your home, if you will, and that's it. Yeah. Like, I get it. You're John Jones, but like, I
get that he's older, but like, and here's the thing, here's my issue too, is John Jones would probably be the favorite over Tom Aspinall if they fought.
Probably.
And he can still beat him. We saw he hasn't lost anything or not much, if anything, like he looks like John Jones always has.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying like Tom Aspinall is for sure going to beat him. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think if anybody's going to beat John Jones, it's going to be Tom Aspinall, but I don't think anybody else can. But that doesn't mean that Tom Aspinall's the guy. Like, Jones very well could win this fight. So it's like, how much more cemented would his legacy be if he beat Tom Aspinall? Like, yeah, which is a totally winnable fight.
Yeah.
Oh, I stand corrected.
You know what the fans want, though.
I was wrong. I'm sorry, Julian. Tom has opened as a slight favorite over John after last night. That's interesting. I honestly would have expected Jones to be, I thought it would be close, but I would expect Jones to be a slight, like, teensy favorite.
Yeah. But you know what the fans want, right? You know the fight that they want. They want
this
John Jones. They want John Jones, Alex Pereira.
Nobody wants that fight. No one wants that fight. Like,
Maddie wants that fight. That'd be crazy.
Why?
It would just be crazy.
Alex isn't big enough to deal with Jones's wrestling. That's true. You know exactly what happens in that fight.
I know.
You really think Alex is knocking out John Jones before he gets taken down? Come on.
I don't know if he could. I don't know. I don't know if he's knocking John Jones out. I just think
he's not getting up if he gets taken down by Jones. Jones's wrestling is so elite.
I know.
I want to see that fight. I want to see somebody that I truly believe can beat John Jones fight John Jones. Yeah. If Alex was a real heavyweight, I might because he's got solid takedown defense for 205.
Yeah, he does.
But we assume, but there's like no really high level wrestlers at 205. So it's kind of hard for us to say that, like
it would be one of those, like, if that it's not going to happen, but if it happened, it would be just one of those fights that's like, whatever fights, like, okay, like we're doing this for the pay-per-view money, and
I understand that.
Like, it would be like a WWE moment, like it's for the script, just let it happen.
The lead up to that fight would be more fun than the fight.
1,000%.
In my opinion.
1,000%. Yeah.
I really think it would, because the lead up for the Gon fight was like the same, because I felt like Gon could be the guy. He had just such high level kickboxing, and we hadn't seen Jones fight a heavyweight yet, so we didn't know he'd be able to hang with the bigger guys. And then when he just obliterated Gon, I was like, yeah, nobody's beating this guy. Like, it's never going to happen. Like, he's going to retire the greatest of all time. And I commend Tom for wanting that fight. Like, that's the other thing. I feel bad for Tom Aspinall, because like,
I feel so fucking bad. Because now it's like, now the heavyweight division is kind of on hold again, because John Jones wants to sit there and just be like, I'm going to dictate what happens next. Like, bro, like, this is not how it's supposed to work.
Heavyweight used to be the most exciting division in the world. Granted, everybody was roided out of their mind, but that was a golden era.
It was awesome.
For the heavyweight division. Like, what an incredible era of Junior Dos Santos and Cain Velasquez, like, and Big Nog. Like, what an amazing era for heavyweight. And I feel like the tides are starting to turn a little bit, where we're getting really athletic heavyweights. Not as many of them, but they're still there. Like, like we have a handful. And so it's like, I want those fights to happen so I can stop being bored.
Seriously.
For heavyweight fights.
I know. It's all about the bantamweights. It's like,
bantamweight and lightweight are just so deep.
It's so much fun.
We missed this comment. I'm sorry, Julianne, about Nick Diaz.
Oh, let me see this.
We have a lot of comments. We've just been ignoring you guys. I'm sorry, guys.
Nick absolutely needs to retire. The reports
he needed to retire before he even fought what's his face? Robbie.
The reports that I was seeing was it was due to mental health reasons. So that's a little scary. It's like, okay, what's going on in his personal life where his team was like, yeah, you're not fighting. Yeah. So that's really scary.
I saw there was a video put out. I honestly don't know if it was actually Nick Diaz because you never freaking know. It was super blurry, but it looked like he was like smoking crack out on the street or something.
Awesome.
I don't know if it was him. Obviously, these are the claims on Instagram, and it was circulating for a while, but this was unclear. I don't know if those are rumors or true.
I have to go inside. My desktop is about to die.
Oh yeah, we've been going longer than we normally do. I'm down. Let's keep going. There's a lot to talk about as long as you don't have anywhere to be.
No.
Colby getting short notice Tampa main event. Dude, the rest of I feel like after this last just quarter of the year, the pay-per-views just aren't as good. I am super excited to see Pantoja fight Kai Asakura.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, that's definitely
somebody he hasn't fought before. But
I just think that's unprecedented. Like you're making your promotional debut and it's a title fight.
It's happened one other time. Do you know who it was?
Ooh, I don't.
Way back in the day. Joe Soto.
Oh,
Joe Soto. You're
like a freaking encyclopedia.
Debut.
Shot of undisputed.
Oh, sorry. Let's see.
That's funny.
When it is quite clearly disputed. Technically, he is the undisputed champion, though. There's an undisputed and then there's the interim. I will never, ever stop complaining about the fact that we had an undisputed champion not fight the interim champ on his return and instead fight somebody who does not have a single win over somebody on the active roster.
The John Jones effect, man.
But he is technically, and was before this fight, the undisputed champion. We are disputing it, but statistically, Bruce wasn't wrong. I agree with you, though. I think it's quite disputed. Thoughts on Colby? So the whole sorry, I never actually answered your question, Christian. The whole 309, 310 debacle is bizarre.
So
we had so much change, obviously, but with 310, so Usman's out. We have Shavkat fighting Ian Gary, but not for the interim belt. Why not just make it still for the interim belt?
Why didn't Ian just slide in and you call it a day?
He's ranked high enough, right? It's not.
I would say so.
Where's he at? Let's see. Welterweight. I mean, he's number 7. We've seen crazier things happen at flyweight. We just saw Khalil Roundtree fight at 205 for a belt.
This is an example of you never really know what's going on behind the scenes. What was the agreement made? Was it oh, my camp isn't long enough, I don't want it to be for a title? Who knows?
But what if you do starch him?
Yeah.
What if? Because if you lose, you lose regardless.
Yeah.
But if you catch him and you're the champ for a day, even if you lose as soon as you fight Bilal, you're the champ for the day. And maybe it's because they feel like Gary just doesn't deserve a title shot yet. And they feel bad passing over 1 through 6 in such a good division. Because 1 through 6, besides Colby, has been doing some good work. Sean Brady, Jack Della Maddalena, Shavkat, and Kamaru Usman all deserve a title shot before Ian Gary. I can agree with that.
So maybe it was a promotional decision.
I would think so. I can't imagine that Gary would not want to fight for a title. If you're fighting anyway. And
he's the most annoying person. He's the most annoying person. You're telling me he didn't beg for a title shot? Come on.
Well, and it's like it's already 5 rounds, right? Like
yeah. It's not adding up. The math
rounds.
ain't mathing. The math ain't mathing. But I love I just hope that
Wait, is it 5 rounds? Because it's the co-main now, technically.
I'm pretty sure I saw that it was still 5 rounds. Maybe
okay,
not.
so it's not even updated. The card's not even updated on here because on Google because Colby and what's his face? Joaquin Buckley aren't on here yet. So
interesting.
So maybe I would think Pantoja, it makes sense for Pantoja to be the main event if he's because it would be super weird if they had a title as the co-main.
Yeah.
And then because like this says Colby got the main event. I was thinking it was co-main, but I actually do think that's correct. I think Christian's right. I just saw the post too on Instagram. So
yeah, Pantoja is definitely the main event.
But I don't think he is, which is weird.
I could have sworn they said that on the stream last night.
I thought they did too, but I thought I had seen the post. Let's see. UFC News. Sorry,
dog,
guys.
man. Oh, this dog. A lot of shakeups, a lot of mix-ups.
News alerts. Let's see.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, it says it's headlining it. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. Number 6 and number 9 of the welterweight division are headlining. This makes no sense. This has to be wrong.
No. Pantoja is definitely the main event. Ian and Shavkat are co-main
because it's a 3-round fight. And yeah, this is a typo on UFC News Alert's part, I think, because Shavkat and Ian Gary, it says that they're co-headlining though, and it's a 5-round fight. Yeah, there's no way Ian Gary and Shavkat would be the co-main event to Colby Covington and Joaquin Buckley. That just doesn't make any sense. They're both like.
You don't think they're the co-main?
I think Colby and Buckley are probably feature fight. Pantoja's co-main, and then Shavkat and Gary are going to be.
I thought Shavkat and Gary were moved to UFC 3 something. I thought the fight was moved.
No, it's 310. No, it's still UFC 310. I'm so confused.
Sorry, guys.
These are literally on the same day. These posts are, and it says, okay, this is so weird. So this is UFC News Alerts. It says Colby Covington versus Joaquin Buckley will now headline UFC Tampa on December 14th.
Yep.
But then it says right below that, Shavkat Rakhmonov and Ian Machado Gary co-headlines UFC 310 on December 7th, 5-round welterweight bout. And those were posted on the same day.
Okay.
I'm so confused. Colby is on Fight Night Tampa. So it's not December 7th. They both say December 7th.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was like. I don't think it's on the same night. Yeah.
Oh, it's December 14th. Okay. See, there's a typo. There's a typo. That's why I was so confused. Tampa main event is December 14th. UFC 310. I swear we're not dumb, guys. Maybe sometimes.
No.
Okay. So
you got it done.
UFC 310 is Shavkat and Ian Gary. That is December 7th. The week after that is Colby Covington and Joaquin Buckley. Now I'm on top of it. Now we're here. I'm awake. I have no more coffee left.
We got this.
Grind up. Send me more coffee.
What did we miss?
Yeah. So Ian and Shavkat is co-main. Pantoja is the main event.
Yep. You got it.
That's 5. They're both 5 rounds though.
You got it, friend. You got it.
I apologize.
That's gonna be a fun fight. I think Shavkat wins, but I think it's gonna be a fun fight.
Shavkat's gonna smash him.
I
don't think it's close.
And I think Covington is gonna be super boring with Joaquin Buckley because you kind of have to be.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like the Wonder Boy fight. I think it'll be either it'll be boring all the way through, or it'll be boring until Buckley knocks out Covington.
You think he can knock him out?
Yeah, he can knock anybody out. He can knock anybody
out.
No,
for sure. I mean,
every second of the Wonder Boy fight until he got knocked out.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I missed this from Julian. At a combined 79 years old, last night's heavyweight title fight was likely the oldest fight in UFC history. Thank you for that statistic.
I love it.
That's amazing.
Coco, I'm going to kill you. Yeah. Yep. Gonna kill you. Doesn't care. Okay. Lady. Anyway, what did we miss? I think there were so many awesome fight nights this weekend. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't even watch. I wish I did the Katie Taylor fight. I keep hearing about it. I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna go back and watch it.
No, it was
I heard it was I heard it was super high level, super fun.
We didn't talk about Paul and Tyson. I mean, what is there to say? I saw a meme today and it was like a picture of like, he's like one of the oldest men in the world. He's like 110. I think he lives in India. And then underneath it, it's the scene from Kung Fu Panda where it's like a worthy opponent. And it's like Jake Paul.
I will say, I did. I think his Tyson's comment after was really well said. Just saying how like, he lost, but he's really the winner. And like, people are forgetting. I feel like they're forgetting that this man is 60 years old.
No, we aren't forgetting that. That's why we're so mad that this happened.
Yeah.
Nobody's forgetting that. It's just terrible.
But like, people are so like the comments that I've been seeing, and like people are so quick to be like, I can't believe he lost. I can't believe he lost. Like, this is ridiculous. Of course he lost. He shouldn't have even been fighting. Like, 100%. This should have never been sanctioned. This should have never happened. I don't know how they even got it to be sanctioned.
Well, it was an exhibition, and they very clearly weren't actually fighting. Like,
that's what I keep hearing.
It was a sparring match. Like,
I just don't understand. Like, I'm in Mike Tyson's shoes. Why am I going to do it? So I'm thinking like it's got to be
the payday was stupid.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. He did get like what, $20 million. But I think it's more like, yes, the money is a huge part of it, but I think it's also like a test, like a personal test. Like, hey, can I still do this? Like,
and the answer is no. No, you can't.
The answer is no.
No. Why are Mike Tyson's grandchildren not being like, listen, Grandpa?
Oh, I'm sure they were.
This is not what you should be doing right now. But, dude, Coco looks so unhinged. Her little eyes poking out.
She is so unhinged. It's like, this is, yeah, why are you so, maybe she's got to poop. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. Will there be a late night watch along for the UFC Macaw card?
Okay. I keep saying you're going to know nobody on this card until the main card, but it's going to be so good. I swear to God, they're going to be really good fights.
When is this?
Next week, I think.
If I know Dave, there will be a watch along.
Yeah, it's next week. Or no, it's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it's next week. November 23rd. Dude, I think this is going to be a really fun card. It's like, it's not a lot of name value, but it's a lot of exciting fighters. Like Wang Kong, that girl is freaking good.
Yeah.
She gets power.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited.
And Figueiredo and Yan for 5 rounds is going to be amazing. I have no idea who wins that.
My house is ridiculous right now.
At least she didn't do like the butthole.
Yeah.
That most cats do.
Look at her ears. Oh, all right. Well, I think
a weird one. I'm still embarrassed that I was so confused about UFC Tampa and UFC 310.
I forgive you.
For my lack of brain power.
Well, it's confusing. It was confusing for
Yikes.
I didn't realize that, Julian.
Okay,
so there might not be a watch along.
No, I might have to wake up the next morning and
I won't be watching that live, Julian. There's not a shot in hell. I stayed up
at 6 a.m. for the main card.
I stayed up for this card last night, and I'm dead today. Like, I hit 30 years old, and then I was just like, I need to go to sleep at 8 p.m.
No, I get so tired.
I get so tired.
I get so tired. I was falling asleep.
Yeah, me too.
As soon as no offense to Viviane Araujo, and Karine Silva, because it wasn't a super boring fight, to be honest.
Yeah,
it was actually pretty good.
The last round,
I was literally like,
yeah,
watching through like
Yep.
I didn't watch that whole fight. I fell asleep and then woke back up. So
yeah, the last round was a little rough, but they were both pretty smoked.
yeah.
But yeah, what a great weekend of fighting.
So many events.
So many.
We will wake up for main card with coffee. Yes, Christian, I will get up at 6.
You know what, Christian? That's a good idea. Maybe we'll do that.
Maybe we'll do a watch along for like the last.
That would technically be the Sunday morning brew, right?
That actually is true. Well, no, because it starts Saturday. Wait, no, I think
Saturday,
it'll be Saturday morning. It'll be Saturday morning because they're later than us.
Got you.
Now is way later. So it'll be Saturday morning. But maybe we'll do a Saturday morning brew and then just sleep all day on Sunday.
I might expose myself, but where is that?
Macau? It's in China.
Got it.
I love that. It's like Chinese card, and the whole card is Chinese fighters. And some of them you haven't heard of, but I promise you, like, they're good. A lot of these fighters are really talented.
Yeah.
But it's a card in China, and the main event is a Russian guy and a Brazilian guy. I love it.
Jesus.
It's such a good fight.
Yeah.
Like, I hope the travel doesn't take anything out of either of them because I'm so excited for this fight, and I really hope they both show up like 100%.
I would assume they're going to get there with ample time. I would assume.
Yeah.
You know, that's not one of those cards you show up on fight week. You show up a couple weeks before, hopefully.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope they are doing the right thing there.
Yeah. Yep. But looking forward, what's coming up this weekend? Let's see.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see this. Yes, it is a Road to UFC card. Yes. Which
the Juan Figueroa. Perfect.
The Road to UFC cards, like I think the India, like the group that they did, kind of a lot of them came out of India. I know that one wasn't as good because the sport is so new there, but I feel like this area of the world, like in Asia, has so many good fighters. So I am hopeful that this is going to be a really, really good card that people are going to complain about there being nobody they know on it, but then the fights are really good.
And
that is my prediction.
Yeah, like this is going to be one of those cards where a lot of those fighters gain fans from.
Yes,
100%. It's going to be good. So.
Just like Wang Kong did last month. Like she showed up to weigh-ins and everybody was kind of like, this girl's really weird, and then she knocks people out. And it's like, oh, it's okay that you're weird because you knock people out.
Because you're crazy. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll talk to Dave. We'll see if we'll do a little maybe 6 a.m. wake up call, get some coffee, and call it a day.
It's gonna be weird because, like, guys, it was this weird and this sketchy at 10 a.m. for me and Maddie. So it will get super weird if we all get up at 6.
They're gonna get weird. I'm excited. Now I really want to do it.
I know, I kind of do too. We'll just be we'll say some weird stuff.
Yeah.
It'll get unhinged.
Well,
Maddie will get up with her Celsius. Who is next for Bo? I don't freaking know.
Oh God, we didn't even get to Bo.
We didn't. We started to talk about it, and then I think I like sidetracked us.
The fact that the entire stadium was booing him, like, come on, guys.
It wasn't that bad. Like, it wasn't the most exciting fight, and I know that people were a little let down by this main card, but like he fought Paul Craig really smart.
Yeah, like,
and I liked his speech too. Let's finish what you're saying. Sorry.
I totally agree. His speech was great. I just get so frustrated when people boo because it's like, it's just mean. It's just mean. God.
I think people need to appreciate what Bo said. Like he's got 6 fights.
Yeah.
Literally 6 fights.
Right.
And he's fighting a guy with over 30 fights or almost 30 or over a lot of fights. Like a guy, the dude who submitted Ankalaev and Jamal Hill. Like he did pretty solid, guys, for 6 fights. Like Bo is being smart.
Yep.
Like he has very little experience in MMA. He's a phenomenal wrestler. And everybody always complains that he wrestles. He didn't shoot once in the fight. So like you gotta give him props here. We need to have him back on to talk about it.
I would love that. I would love that.
He's awesome to interview. I love Bo.
Great talker. Great talker.
He speaks wonderfully. I actually really like Joe Pyfer for him. That's a really fun fight. Pyfer has quite a bit of experience too, though, honestly.
I was going to say, Joe Pyfer's striking is pretty good.
Really good.
Pretty good.
It's a tough matchup, but he's getting to that point, and I feel like that's why they're kind of matching him up the way they are because he just doesn't have that much experience yet. And it's like, it's fair. Like if this guy wasn't in the UFC yet, we would be expecting him to fight significantly lower level opponents than he is right now at this stage of his career. So I don't know. So like, here's the question is like, does he fight somebody ranked? You know?
I knowing like we got a really great conversation with him and knowing what Bo said, I don't think he wants a ranked opponent. I think he wanted one more, right? And then he was going to start fighting the ranked fighters.
I think that's smart.
He's smart, dude. He's smart. And he's not going to, you know, he's not going to destroy his career just to rush
just to
the top. So,
appease the fans. Like
right.
Like he went from Cody Brundage to freaking Paul Craig, guys. Like, it's a huge jump. Yeah, baby steps to the top is the smart way to do it. Like I don't think he's ready. I'm not saying he can't beat anybody in the rankings, but I don't think he's ready to fight the ranked guys at middleweight. Like even at the bottom of the rankings, we have Shara Magomedov, Michelle Pereira, Anthony Hernandez, and Jack Hermanson.
All of them are killers.
The thing that Bo has that makes him so incredible is that he can wrestle at any time. If he needs to, he can always dig into his back pocket for that wrestling. And besides maybe Pereira, like most of those guys have pretty darn good wrestling themselves, you know? Like Michelle he's an athlete and he has decent takedown defense. Like it's decent. I think Bo's got the wrestling to get Michelle down. Maybe that makes sense. When he fights a ranked opponent, maybe Pereira's the guy.
That'd be fun. That'd be a good one.
I don't think Michelle is as fun to watch as other people do. I like him, but I feel like he's one of those guys that's like, sometimes he's boring till he's not. And then sometimes he's nuts and he's all over the place and it's super
unpredictable.
Fun. He's a very unpredictable guy, but he's calmed down a lot. I think he was more fun to watch when he did like stupid stuff. Like,
yeah.
Why did you do that? But it was awesome.
But it was great.
Running off the cage to freaking knock out who was that? David Branch?
Oh, I don't remember.
He jumped off of the cage. Like WWE shot off the cage.
That's right. The fact that Mickey Gall is still on the roster kind of blows my mind.
Do you know what his UFC record is?
I don't think it's great.
I was just looking at it and I already forgot. Well, he's 7-7 overall, which is pretty rough. His UFC record is 6-7.
Yeah,
which is
I'm kind of shocked that he's still on the roster.
Yeah,
like I don't know. I don't
that's
know.
Not right.
To answer
MMA record.
To answer you, Julian, I don't
before
think
he got into the UFC. Why did they do that? Like,
what did they do?
He had one fight before he got into the UFC.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get it.
Do that with
I don't get it.
It does not make sense.
Yeah.
I kind of feel for him. Like he might have been good if he had a chance to fight on the regional scene.
Yeah, it's just like some of these guys like are literally learning in the UFC. It's
let me read you the names of his wins in the UFC. Jordan Williams, Salim Touari, George Sullivan, Sage Northcutt, CM Punk, Mike Jackson. Nobody's on the roster still. I don't think Jordan Williams is not on the roster. Yeah, no.
No.
He is. Like
weird.
Like
weird.
It's wild, you know. Like they brought him in. Did they? I don't know why they brought him in. I feel bad for the guy. He's super tough and he's hard to fight. Like I will say that. Like it's really hard to look good against him. Basil Hafez did not look good fighting him. And I think Basil is a way better fighter than Mickey Gall. I think he's like
that's what I mean. Like
he got knocked out against a very high level striker in Oban Elliott, and he looked terrible fighting Mickey Gall because he's so long and awkward and gangly, and he just so freaking tough. I understand they brought him in for CM Punk, but like then
the fact that they kept him on this long after.
Is he still here?
Literally, why are you still here?
I actually really like Mickey Gall. I feel bad for the dude. I do. I think he's a really nice person. And he's tough as hell, but he's losing. Like,
Yeah, he's just not winning. And it's like
Diego Sanchez.
But it's just crazy because he's not winning. And
In
so
2019, I forgot. He got finished by Diego Sanchez in 2019. Like 10 years after Diego Sanchez's prime.
Yeah.
I'm only exaggerating a little bit. But yeah, I think he needs to be done. And if the UFC doesn't cut him, like, I will be shocked.
I would
like,
be too.
Did they like sign a deal with him that was like, if you come in and fight CM Punk, we will keep you forever? Like, is that?
That's actually really funny.
Has that Sam Alvey longevity? Sam Alvey, I can at least appreciate because he was in a division where that's much smaller, where they have way less guys, and they can always ask him to fight short notice.
Yeah.
Like,
he never said no.
Never said no to a fight.
Always showed up.
Like at welterweight, there's a lot of good welterweights. They don't need Mickey Gall.
I don't think we see him much longer.
We just have the best damn manager.
Seriously. Yeah, I don't know.
Planet Earth.
I'm
not even trying to talk smack on Mickey. I like Mickey Gall a lot. He's got that, like, I don't know. I like became I hated being in New Jersey when Grant fought there. But I really loved the people in the area.
The armpit of America, baby.
They're just like blue collar, nice-ish people. Like, I don't know. I liked them. I like the fighters that are from that area.
Yeah.
Like, I like him. I like Shane Burgos a lot.
Yeah.
I like Wonder Boys up there. Like
they're good people,
but good blue collar men.
I don't know if he should be on the roster because he's a good man.
No. He shouldn't be. He needs to go. Like, they cut guys that make way less sense than Mickey Gall every month. So,
this was confirmed, Julian. If I saw correctly, that was confirmed.
I'm pretty sure it's confirmed as well.
Yeah, I didn't see that matchup coming. I didn't.
Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. Is this a thing?
No. I don't think it is.
I was like, I haven't even heard about this.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. We do not need to see Brock Lesnar in there.
I'm Googling it right now.
It's not real, Elle.
He's also ancient. No, I just want to look up a picture of Bobby Lashley and see what he looks like now.
Okay.
Dude's fucking 50.
Yeah.
He's 48. He was a unit in the day, though. What does he look like now? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
For those, I'm trying to find what he looks like now, but I just feel like I need to share my screen so you guys can appreciate what he used to look like.
Please do.
Because holy crap. Look at this dude. Look at this man.
Oh my God.
This unit.
Oh my God.
Now let's see what he looks like now.
He doesn't pass one test. Okay, good for him, honestly.
I mean, still, I was going to say, but neither of them are passing a
any sort of test. Yeah,
training,
no, definitely not. Yeah, Christian's on to something here.
We'll get called out by Jake Paul for his next fight. He's 2 years from the cutoff. He hasn't turned 60 yet.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, sorry, he's 48, not 58. My bad.
Oh, yeah, he's got a ways to go.
You have to
radar.
You have to be eligible for Medicare before Jake Paul fights you.
Well, on that note, I think I need to take this.
I think we should go. We're winding down. We did a full hour, guys.
Yeah,
it got a little weird there for a second. I swear, I'm still like so upset that I got confused by Tampa versus UFC.
You're fine. You're fine.
Are we going to UFC Tampa? Is that happening?
I hope so. I keep hearing rumors that we may be going to UFC Tampa, but that would be so fun.
It's Dave's treat. Dave's gonna buy everybody tickets and flights.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's friggin' Brendan Schaub's co-host now, so he's kind of a big deal. Right. But thank you guys for tuning in. You made it really fun, and you got us to go a full hour, so we appreciate you. And we will be. I think we're back in action on Tuesday. I think we're ready to rock on Tuesday for the Fight Banana show. But other than that, hope you guys have a great Sunday. And we'll see you soon, I guess. Bye.